been a rough day. I almost immediately after the last video I put out today talking about our channel being shadow banned on Patreon and that group getting deleted, my entire personal Facebook account was banned, permabanned. Something like 15 years of history and content and connections with thousands of people gone in an instant. But this video is not about that. We'll do another video soon about the plans for next steps. Right now, I want to talk to you guys about an idea I had for the 4th of July. 4th of July is 24 hours from now, from the time I'm releasing this video. And I have an idea. You see, a couple years ago, I drafted a new Declaration of Independence. A Declaration of Individual Independence, and I invited a whole lot of great people to help me edit it and refine it. And Independence Day is 24 hours from now. The Independence Day, July 4th, 4th of July, is a federal holiday in the United States commemorating the Declaration of Independence of the United States. The Continental Congress declared that the 13 American colonies were no longer subject and subordinate to the monarch of Britain, King George III, and were now united, free, and independent states. The Congress had voted to declare independence 2 days earlier on July 2, but it was not actually declared until the 4th of July when the Declaration of Independence was signed. The Declaration explained why the 13 colonies at war with the Kingdom of Great Britain regarded themselves as 13 independent sovereign states, no longer under British rule. It began with, "We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." This has been called one of the best-known sentences in the English language, containing the most potent and consequential words in American history. Thomas Jefferson said, "Believe me, dear sir, there is not in the British Empire a man who more cordially loves a union with Great Britain than I do. But by the God that made me, I will cease to exist before I yield to a connection on such terms as the British Parliament propose. And in this, I think I speak the sentiments of America." A day before it was signed, John Adams wrote to his wife, Abigail. A day earlier, John Adams had written to his wife, Abigail, saying, "The 2nd day of July, 1776, will be the most memorable epoch in the history of America. I am apt to believe that it will be celebrated by succeeding generations as the great anniversary festival. It ought to be commemorated as the Day of Deliverance by solemn acts of devotion to God Almighty. It ought to be solemnized with pomp and parade, with shows, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other, from this time forward, forevermore." This country failed to be what they wanted it to be by just about every metric. It turns out that their representative democracy wasn't the final end goal in humanity's march for freedom. It turns out that no matter how small, how well controlled, how rigidly confined, how weak you make it, a government, any government, will eventually grow to be a tyranny. If we are to take anything from the past 200 years, that is the lesson. The great progress of human history over thousands of years has not been towards different types of government, down from gods themselves as interpreted by priests, to then later churches, to then later god kings that claim to be ordained and derive their just powers over others from God Almighty, followed by then republics of senators that supposedly represent the people. Followed then by a different type of democracy where the ultimate control over every individual's life is slightly closer to the person, but still nowhere near it. Turns out the lesson is, and the direction of history is, that liberty only ever exists with the individual and cannot exist under any collective banner larger than a few friends trying to decide where to have dinner. People are just too different. Individuals are individual and must be free to associate and disassociate, consent and withdraw their consent at will, constantly, repeatedly. It was with that in mind that there is no solution in government, that there is no solution in politics, that I originally composed the new Declaration of Individual Independence and then was helped by so many people to get it right and to make it better and to improve it. And to those people, I thank. So my idea for the project for the 4th of July is this. We declare our individual independence. Not together, not as a group, not as some kind of new movement or protest or party, God forbid. Just you and me and whoever else wants to withdraw their consent to be governed by this monstrosity. You're welcome to use my words, the words in the Declaration of Individual Independence. You're welcome to say them to yourself. Print it out and sign it and burn it and never show it to anybody. You're allowed to make a video like I'm going to do and publish it on whatever platform you own and still have access to it, haven't been banned from. Or you can join with me, as long as you do it quickly, and record yourself declaring your individual independence, and then send me the video, hopefully around noon tomorrow so that I have time to edit it together. And then on the 4th of July, I will release everything that I have compiled. It might just be me, and that's fine. I will be declaring my individual independence on the 4th of July. Just like the noble founding fathers did when their government no longer suited them and when it was time for them to withdraw their consent to be governed. It's a long document, just like the original Declaration of Individual Independence was. It has a couple paragraphs in the beginning, and then it's got a long list of grievances. It talks about all of the things that this government has done that violates our will, our consent, and our property. So if you don't think that you can put it all together in time and would prefer, you're welcome to pick several of the grievances paragraphs and just read the ones that you think speaks to you the most. Make your videos as passionate as possible, angry if you think it deserves it, and it'll probably fit with the tone of the other people. I know I will be angry when I read it. Every time I read it, I get angry. And then send me those videos if you'd like it to be included. And if you don't want it to be included in the video I'm releasing, it's not about us for once. It's not about a collective for once. It's not about me or my channel. It's just about me. It's just about you. And it's just about whoever else wants to do it. And you can release the video to your channel. You can not release a video. You can, like I said, you can say it to yourself and no one else. Doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is that you take back control and ownership and right to your life. So, link in the description or in the comments wherever you see this video. I've been banned on social media. I'm hoping some people will either link this on their profile and share it, because I have lost the ability to share it on Facebook right now. And get the word out there as quickly as possible because time is running out. So July 3rd, hopefully by noon or maybe 5 p.m. Central Time at the latest. If you guys could send me your videos, Patrick at disenthrall.me is an email address. You can email me links to your videos. If you have trouble, maybe reach out to, I think our Disenthrall Facebook page might be still up. I think my producer still has access to it. So just reach out however you can, Discord server, whatever, and let me know, and we'll make sure that we get your video if possible. Please don't just do one section. Please do a few sections just so that I can, if multiple people, because everybody's probably going to do the taxation and theft grievance section. So you're welcome to do it. I'll pick the best one, and I'll make the video as good as I can with the time that we have. Sorry I didn't give you more warning on this. I just came up with it as I was sifting through the ashes of our platform on Facebook right now. So more info on that later. Guys, we have more supporters right now of this channel than ever before. So it is a time to be hopeful. And there are more awake people right now in the world than ever before. And so I still think it's time to be hopeful, even though I know for sure that we've got some harder times coming. And I'll talk more about my plans for the channel and where we go from here later. But I wanted to get this video out quickly, and tonight, it is almost midnight right now, so I'm going to get this uploaded. I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Talk to you soon.